What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on the amazing year Aaron Ekblad is having for the Florida Panthers, the number one overall pick in the 2014 NHL entry draft. Has 18 points through 28 games with the Panthers, and the season that right now the Panthers are in the playoffs. I mean, they're really playing some amazing hockey right now, and he's been a big part of it. I think. If you read my piece on Rand Sports, I tweeted out earlier, I think Roberto Luongo's been their team MVP. I think Luongo's come up aces time and time again for them. But, without Ekblad, they're nowhere near where they are now. And, I think in so many ways, he's a better version of what Eric Branson was supposed to be when they drafted him with the top three pick in that 2010 NHL draft. But, going a step further, he's playing great. Nick Bugstad's playing phenomenal. Jonathan Huberdeau's come on as of late. Nice goal against Detroit the other night. He'll be fine. And Vincent Trocheck's a real deal. He's a big time player, and they're really just clicking on all cylinders right now. You have to include Dragolant in the Jack Adams discussion, and I think he'll definitely be around there. Come the end of the season, especially if Florida does make a surprising run and make the postseason. The team is just they're buying in and they're playing at the level above the level I thought they were capable of. I think David Bolin can start partially living up to that massive contract. He's always been hurt, but that gives him another facet of their attack. And they got some great depth up front. Boston's own Jimmy Hayes, Dorchester's own DePonce Valley. He's having a fantastic year as well for them. So, but it's Ekblad that I want to focus in on. Obviously, those guys are all great, but to have an 18-year-old defenseman, I believe he already has the 12th most points all time for in a season for an 18-year-old defenseman, and we're not even at Christmas. He hasn't even played 30 games in the National Hockey League, and I think if you look at a guy like him, who I think a lot of people, including myself, thought he's sort of a safe pick, but now it looks like he's gonna be Drew Doughty, Duncan Keith level defenseman. I mean, he is playing fantastic. He's playing well beyond his years. I mean, you don't see teenage kids playing and making the reads he does on night in night out basis, and playing the type of minutes he's doing. He's second on the team in scoring behind Nick Bugstad, and I just think if he continues on this trajectory, who knows how great he could be. And that's just it's a scary thought for opponents of the Panthers because this kid's only going to get better. And it's scary that he's 18 years old, playing one of the toughest positions in any sport, and not only producing, but really, really, really producing. And it's going to be great to see what he ends up becoming as his career goes forward. Because at 6'4" and 215 pounds, he's not done growing. He's still age-wise he's a kid, but in terms of his body and his headiness for the game, he's a man, and he's only going to improve. And again, who knows how great he'll be? I know it's putting a lot of expectations on a teenager, but you never know how great this this kid out of the Windsor, Ontario region could go down in terms of being one of the all-time great defensemen. It's rare to see kids like this at any level make the jump right away. And it's the reason he was the number one pick in the OHL draft as well, and a priority selection for that matter too. Being drafted at 15, I believe he was the first defenseman to get that status. He was the first defenseman to get that status, and it just speaks volumes about the headiness he had for the game back then at age 15, and then at age 18 in the NHL you're seeing it. So I'm pleasantly surprised with how good he is and how good the Panthers are playing. So, we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Aaron Ekblad's play. Stay tuned for more episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.